Hey everybody, Papa Gord here, and fingers crossed. If you're seeing this is fantastic because I'm trying to record on my most newest phone, but hopefully this is gonna work because I'm getting real frustrated. It was kind of half the reason why I upgraded my phone in the first place was to have slightly better videos. But anyway, Black Series. We're still rolling through the newest wave. Mine is Bly. I'm gonna beat that point into the ground. But so we looked at Zori, fantastic figure. Now we're gonna look at 105, a Knight of Ren. And again here, we'll might as well just keep reading them off. But an enclave of masked warriors wielding distinct weapons for ranged and close quarter combat. The Knights of Ren are elite, fearsome enforcers of Kylo Ren. I think we've all seen the movie by now. They were more posing like a boy band of the 90s, so like Backstreet Boys or whatever. They were always, I don't know. I was really, when you first heard the names dropped back in episode 7, I guess. Yeah. It was like, ooh, this would be very interesting. And then really nothing in episode, we'll just forget episode 8. And then, hey, the Knights of, and yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot. I would have loved to have seen more, but again, I think there's 6 of these guys. So, like I said in my Zori review, you're introducing a new character in the last film of a trilogy to close out a 9-film saga. So unless there's going to be some spin-off series or something like that, again, you could do a spin-off series just with the Knights of Ren, because they all have masks, and yeah, that would work. But you introduce another 6 characters that look kind of cool. I don't know what to say. But we got one. Is this gonna be the same as Bodhi? We're not gonna get a Bodhi. I don't know, but yeah, he's. I know he's got a name. I didn't look it up at all. So he's cool. I mean, he goes with Kylo Ren. I mean, he's got that Ren aesthetic. That's really all I kind of got. So we'll get rid of his his primary weapon. We'll leave his sidearm in there for now. But yeah, I mean, he's got it's almost even a Hellraiser, those 80s movies, with Pinhead and those guys. He kind of looks like a Hellraiser character, just with this. But yeah, I mean, it's neat. It's very Kylo Ren-esque. Just it kind of flares out a little bit to the sides. Early prototype possibly that he didn't quite, I don't know. Kind of also gets me kind of like a Battlestar Galactica, kind of like a Cylon or Kit, Knight Rider, just with the little, or Rom. There's another throwback to the 70s, 80s. But yeah, so he's got this thing going on here. That's a nice little line pattern that goes on his leather long, gothic leather coat or something. I don't know. That does tie in here as well on the belt. It does have those few stripes that do loop around and come across. It actually runs down and ties all the way down the side. So it's kind of neat. And again, it's one of those things. Do you sacrifice the detail and you go soft goods? Or I think they might have been able to pull him off. Maybe going this piece, leaving this alone, and then going soft for the bottom half. I think that might have worked. I don't know. Let me know down in the comments if you've got them or whatever. There is a butterfly joint up in the shoulder. Difficult to see because of the sculpting of the top part of the jacket, but you can definitely see it in there, which is nice. So it gives you better range when you're trying to hold like maybe a two-handed weapon or something, which is where we're gonna get into one of my gripes already, and that is the hands, arms, forearms. I just don't get what's going on. Either I've got a weird figure, or everybody's is like this. But here, we'll use his tool here, and it's hard with all the black. But his forearm gauntlet thing, if you try to line up his hand to go with the flow of the gauntlet, it doesn't line up. It sticks out really weird. That's his hand straight, and the gauntlet it kind of almost like it kind of swoops up a little bit, but you can see like it's got some paint. It's not even paint. It's just straight shiny black underneath to look like it's been strapped to his forearm. And then it's the same with this one as well. Like, if you look, that's straight, but his hand, that's not neutral position. And you can't do the neutral position because the hand, this one goes this way, whereas the other one is his up and down hand. But so that bugs me a little bit. It's nice you get a little silver belt buckle thing going on here, but yeah, there's like no paint. But what's kind of again weird is like he's got some dirt, so he's not a clean knight, that's for sure. But so he's kind of dirty around here on the upper bit, a little here, and then he's kind of sort of clean in the mid, and then he starts to get dirty again down at the bottom. So, and then same with his boots, a little bit. I almost think I would have preferred if they just had him straight black, to be honest, because the only part he looks like he's filling in really well is if you take photos, is like in a sandbox or something. But yeah, I don't know. So that's just me. And then as far as the range, again, single joints, but he does get a greater than 90 degree. And looking the more and more I look, it looks like the mask is almost kind of two-toned. So it's almost like I don't even know what kind of color. I want to say like a kind of a brownish. And I think that's black, but maybe my eyes are completely goofed up on I don't know. Accessories, he comes with his futuristic scythe, Fortnite, if that's even a thing anymore. I think it is. The pickaxe. I don't know. It's interesting. So it looks like there's a handle here, and maybe they grip it here or something. There is some neat detail. You got some dry brush going on, so it does bring out more of a worn look. Mostly silver and I think some brown. There is some texture going on there as well. So I appreciate that. He holds it okay. It does not fit super tight in his hand, but if you get him into a two-handed pose because of the butterfly joints, it seems to work out better. And then he's got his sidearm, which his holster is really weird. It's kind of like the Lando, the young Lando one, where you have to put the one barrel through the bottom and then put the gun through the top and rejoin the pieces. And I'm like, I don't know how functional and how practical that is, but yeah. So here's his pistol, his sidearm. I don't think it's ever gonna come out of that holster because I only remember seeing him hold his little future scythe thing, whatever, Grim Reaper weapon. But this is okay. It does look like we got a brown wrap and maybe a little bit of dry brushing over top of the silver, so it's not so just silver, you know. It's a little dirty. So, but yeah, you have to put it in and then kind of push it down and pull the other piece up over. I could see that breaking pretty darn easily, so I think that's why I'm never gonna I'll probably take a few pictures of him holding it, but that'll be about it. I think it's always just gonna stay there for good. So that's it. I don't know what else he possibly could have come with. Each of the Knights of Ren seem to have quite a different look, different enough that you couldn't get away with. Well, yeah, maybe you could. I think maybe the body, possibly you could get away with a generic thing, and then if you're going with this thing and popping a different head, yeah, maybe you could. But you gave us one. I have a bad feeling we're not going to see any more. Or maybe they'll do one more single release, and maybe they'll drop a 4-pack. They haven't done a 4-pack in a while. And, I mean, I know people would jump on these. As I'm looking and I was thinking about the articulation, this is one of the figures that has that knee thing going on with the single joint. I still don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it does kind of make us, I don't know, it sort of looks a little cleaner, but I'm still on the fence. Not so bad, I guess, with this guy, because he's got this traffic cone bottom skirt. You're not gonna get him in quite the dynamic pose that you probably would like, and then it does hinder as well, trying to get him to do a bigger leg spread. I will say that my this leg here, the right leg, is a little loose, and that bugs me greatly, because again, I had to order this from redshift7.ca. Thank you very much again. And no fault to them, but if something goes wrong, I know he won't have the inventory to replace, and then for me to send it to pretty much the other side of Canada, it just, it doesn't make any sense at all. So I'm a little annoyed because this is a little loose for what I like. But I guess we'll see. I mean, the Dooku has it as well. So only time will tell. I don't know. I'm on the fence. I'm still on the fence. It hasn't won me over yet. But yeah. So that's it. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you think. Again, are you collecting the sequel figures? Because if you don't care, this is, again, definitely one of those that you can pass on. Save your money, put it towards the 40th anniversary Empire figures that are coming out if you haven't got any of them. Really, Bespin Luke is the only one I'm grabbing from this wave because I have all the other ones, and I don't collect on card. As you saw in that Kenner Boba Fett that I got from Brian. I opened that sucker right up and popped him out and freed him. So yeah, I don't know. We're gonna do Dooku next, and yeah, go from there. We'll see. Who knows? I could have some stuff coming in the mail. But again, I do want to get on to convention exclusives again, and again, backpack full of Black Series for 500. We're again slowly creeping up there just a smidge, little by little, which is fantastic. So again, thanks everybody. So comment, share, like, subscribe, all that usual YouTube mumbo jumbo. Fingers crossed this video works. If not, I'm just talking away and you guys are never going to see it, but just on the off chance that this records well, awesome. And then we'll get into Dooku, and then we'll go from there. Live stream, we'll do another one of those coming up as well. So that's gonna do it. Hope you guys are holding in okay. You know, looking at enjoying your collection a lot more, because we don't have to be, some of us don't have to be to work or whatever, but yeah. Um, that's gonna do it. We'll talk to you guys again soon. Have a good one, eh?